Yes, my friend.
And damage die. Penalty to attack, of course. Well, you need all your points into strength. Shield wall. And awesome. Heavy chainmail. Boom. Ooh, he can wear Blight Blood. Was kind of hoping I'd be able to wear that soon. You need 31 strength. Dragon Bone. I still think I'll keep him with the Oathkeeper. Healing effects received is always a good thing for tanks. Lesser injury kit. Alright, can I... Yeah, I can loot all the stuff they dropped. Nice. Which...
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Glamour charm, huh? Assassin
Now's
Archer.
better than later.
Deathroot. Wolf pelt. Alright. On to the frostbacks. Frostback Mountain Pass.
I'll get on it.
Deathroot. Oh, look. People.
Let's finish this.
Loghain sends his regards. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Alright. Morgan, you have to heal Alistair. I know you don't like him, but he's kind of our tank. You need to heal him.
Is it time to kill someone?
And of course he got shield pummeled before he can get healed.
I'll get on it.
So, hurry.
Sorry, am I too quick for you?
I like how every time you finish a fight with Alistair low on health, he's like, "Was that my blood?
All right, all right.
That sucked." Alright. Do 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 do. Hey, look, it's a camp.
Look at all these people hawking their wares. It's almost like a little city.
Yep.
I paid a ransom for a trade permit. They can't do this.
May the ancestors protect us all.
A deserter. Damn it. Gotta talk to him.
You have some kind of problem?
Here on behalf of the Blackstone regulars.
Oh? What was this about?
Stole supplies from the guild.
How sad it is to see a Grey Warden manipulated. But I have no time to straighten this out for you. Men, let's teach the Grey Warden a lesson about trust.
Okay. I will attack him. You attack him. Go up to that guy. The hell is that noise? Go ahead and cripple that.
Spring is coming.
Now I can throw you, bitch.
Oh, this should be good.
Got it. All right. You're in a little over your head. It's a massacre. Nobody's getting out.
Oh, there goes his head. Sucks to be that guy. Frost Shear, plus 10% cold damage. That's going to go on Morgan. Boom. So she's got 10%, 5%, and 10%. So 25% increase to frost damage. It's not bad. Barrel. Surface
I'm
dwarf.
taking my caravan to Highever, where it's peaceful.
Uh-huh. Right. Dwarf. Faerun. Gossip, gossip.
Thank the Maker, my brother and his family made it out of Lothering. He said
One of the apprentices.
I imagine you...
What can I do for you?
Enough from your
This
master.
ought to be interesting. Such diction. This man is a true scholar and rhetorician. I am honored to be fired by one such as he. Good day.
Aaron.
Oh, you wish to talk to me? Truly, it's a courtesy for one so well armed to notice a lowly merchant.
You live on the surface.
Someone has to. Trade with other races can dry up. We surfacers are Orzammar's lifeline. Even if we're denied a caste, the assembly says we've turned our back on the stone, but they still use the goods we bring. Hypocrites.
That's not right. Someone should do something.
Maybe it'll change by the time my children are grown.
How often do you restock in Orzammar?
Twice a year. I'm confined to a trade stall in the commons, but I see enough. It's very closed in. My grandfather says I've lost my stone sense. I was born topside. I don't remember having it.
Alright,
Best of
there
luck
she
to
go.
you.
I kind of wanted to trade, but I guess nobody's actually willing to trade. They're all just going, hey, like, we're complaining.
I hear there's been more fighting. Queen is determined to see this through, isn't she?
My brother says he's leaving for the Free Marches. Says Ferelden is done for.
Much more of this, and I may have to agree with him.
Eh.
Can I interest you in something? I've got the finest selection of previously owned armour and weaponry this side of Val Royeaux.
Let me take a look.
Oh, of course. And remember, everything's covered by Farron's 24-hour lifetime guarantee.
24-hour lifetime guarantee. Daltharian, Canary Sword, Dwarven Longsword, Jason Crusher, Magic, Canary Infantry Helm, Chevalier's Gloves, Heavy Chain Yoke, Knight Commander's Plate, So that's Templar. Lord's Hunting Jebbet. Dwarven Smith Belt. +1 armor. Yeah. Portrait of a Goose Girl. A painting in a golden frame showing a girl with windswept hair tending to a flock of geese in a snow-covered valley. Okay, remarkable topaz. Silverite rune. Wow, you don't really have anything good, do you? Flesh rot recipe. Yeah, you don't have much that I want. Yeah.
King Loghain will not suffer the delay of his appointed messenger.
King Loghain.
Vieta, this land is held in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Loghain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
I have urgent need to talk to your king. Why have your people retreated like this? I have important business in Orzammar. I have urgent need to talk to your king.
Who doesn't? If I don't get in, no one should.
Orzammar has no king. Endrin Idukan returned to the stone not 3 weeks ago, sick over the loss of his sons. The assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
Grey Warden, this treaty obliges Orzammar to aid me. Oblige coming, they must unite for Ferelden. Grey Wardens need their traditional dwarven allies. I'm a Grey Warden, this treaty obliges Orzammar to aid me.
The Wardens killed King Cailan and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the royal seal. That means only the assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
You're letting in a traitor? And a foreigner? In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden.
It's enough, raise your blade if you're so tough. Loghain is the traitor who killed King Cailan at Ostagar. Run to your false king, the dwarves will not hear him today.
You'll hear of this. King Loghain will see you quartered.
Get the fuck
You are
out of
free
here,
to
bitch.
enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
I got papers, bitch.
Trust follow, Warden.
Those statues
Your
are
arrival is a
dwarven
mixed
paragons,
blessing.
if I remember
We
right.
prefer that outsiders not
best
witness
of
our
their
infighting,
ancestors.
but your presence will be tolerated.
For the love of paragons, please, spare a few bits for an old man.
Paragon Bronco, Orton, Baymet, Girl, Tina.
So, you truly do not believe in any sort of higher power?
It has been bothering you, I see. No, I do not. Must I?
What do you believe happens to you after you die, then? Nothing?
I do not go to sit by the Maker's side, if that's what you mean.
Only those who are worthy are brought to the Maker's side. So many other sad souls are left to wander in the void, hopeless and forever lost.
And what evidence of this have you? I see only spirits, no wandering ghosts of wicked disbelievers.
It must be so sad to look forward to nothing, to feel no love and seek no reward in the afterlife.
Yes, the anguish tears at me so. You have seen through me to my sad, sad core.
Now you're simply mocking me.
You notice? It appears your perceptive powers know no bounds.
Oh, man. It's, like, amazing that we're actually able to, like, you know, get things done when none of them get along. The key to the city. While your concerns have merit, the Assembly has made itself clear. Space within the Tig is at a premium, but the intended function of the hall merits the additional resources committed. The statues of the Paragon must be the core of the Hall of Heroes. There is no other placement that so benefits dwarven interests. It is the first glimpse that surface ambassadors have of Orzammar, an introduction not just to our living ancestors, but also to the stone from which we were born. They must see its shape before they can understand the complexity of its raw form. The hall must also serve a second purpose, as a last sight for departing brethren. Those who choose to leave must do so with the heavy gaze of their ancestors at their backs. It is a reminder of duty and of consequence. We will promote all manner of trade, but also reinforce that those who leave for too long will return as strangers to the stone. Yeah, doors are a little close-minded.
I'll get on it.
Oh man, something's going down.
It is the Assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew!
Handlers, separate these dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
You will not speak that way about the man who should be king!
Oh shit. Well.
I'll have him in the Legion.
Vieta, surfacer. I'm bid to let you walk the commons, but keep your place. Warden or not, I want order.
The Blight is coming in. I need Orzammar's assistance. Can a city function like this? I should get going. The Blight is coming in. I need Orzammar's assistance.
Surface problems. Well, we have no king to hear you. You can join the shouting at the Assembly in the Diamond Quarter if you want. Bunch of Desher lords bickering over sand. Balin, Harrowmont. Is one so different? No paragons here.
Sounds like Balin and Harrowmont are the ones to talk to.
They've caged themselves for fear of each other. As you've seen, keeping order down among us working people is dodgy. No place for a proper lord. Balin speaks through his second, Vartag Gavorn, in the Assembly. Lord Harrowmont speaks through Dulin Ferender from his estate.
Can a city function like this?
See, that's why I don't want you surfacers seeing our worst. You'll think that's all we are. The market is thin, but busy, and the tavern never closes. Bad blood is usually kept to the proving. Should toss Balin and Harrowmont in there. Sort this all out in a hurry.
The proving?
Personal battles for honor and ancestor. I don't expect a surfacer to understand. If you must
fight
be
to the
our
death.
warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate. The true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter.
I should get going.
Yes, you should.
Yes, you should. Fuck off.
Got it.
Where did they put all the rock, I wonder?
Chinar armors.
Welcome to Jannar Family Armors. I must say, you look like our type of people. Looking for a new set of mail. At Jannar's, we have everything from leather to platinum.
Leather to platinum. Let's see what you got.
Of course. Keep in mind, we also take items on trade.
Hell yeah. Rock Knocker. Dwarven Heavy. So, door in heavy armor and boots. Character gains a bonus to armor. Okay. Yeah, you don't really have much that I want either. Oh well. Wall carving.
All right, all right.
Basically, okay, so basically, everything in Orzammar is kind of bass-backwards. They worship paragons, which are basically people from their society that does great things, like inventing something that changes the way of life, or winning a great battle, or things like that. Also, they have a caste system where every child is destined to become the same caste as their same-sex parent. So if like a Desher or a lord, the noble caste gets together with a smithing caste daughter, and they have a daughter, the daughter will be smithing caste, and if they have a son, it will be noble caste. So that's kind of like their predestined kind of thing, where they just kind of tell everybody they have to be that way. Also, dwarves cannot be mages. It's not really a lifestyle thing. It's more of a biology thing. Dwarves don't dream. And in order to become a mage, you have to have a connection to the Fade, which is where people go to dream, and dwarves just don't dream. It's something to do with their physicality.
Guard my son, for he is lost in darkness. Mothers, keep him safe, for you know what it is to mourn.
Also, the dwarves live down here underground, and you might have heard them talk about the deep roads plenty of times. This is technically part of the deep roads. The deep roads are basically just the underground roads. The Darkspawn basically overran them a long time ago, and only a few dwarven strongholds like remain. They used to actually have like a whole network of small cities or towns called Tiges, but the Darkspawn basically overran all of them as far as they know.
I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? Although, I can't imagine your ancestors reside in the stone.
What were you praying for?
My name is Vilda, widow of Turok of the Smith caste. I pray here every day for my son, Ruck. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul.
What happened to him?
It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them.
Did anyone go after him?
The captains don't want to lose anyone searching for stray men. Too many were taken by Darkspawn that way.
We shouldn't abandon him. I'll look for him if you want.
How? There is no way except to brave the deep roads yourself.
I'm a Grey Warden. That's what we do.
Warden? So you could do it. Only wardens face the deep roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers. Please, find me as soon as you return.
Mother's Hope. Legner.
Topsiders? Good. Get some outside gold in here. Calm people down. Make them think we should open the gates for good. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for.
Let me see what you have in your store.
I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
Yeah, everybody is separating into the two camps, Harriman or Balin. Quicksilver arming cap, +2 to cunning. Shadow of the Empire. 2 strength, 2 dex, 1 stam. Tome of the Mortal Vessel. Fear of blood magic has stigmatized academic dissection. Dedicated scribes keep anatomical works for disappearing. This book allows training that modestly increases the reader's base attributes. Buy that. I get an attribute point. Go. Dexterity, I guess. Okay. Don't want to talk to that guy. He wants to bring the chantry to the dwarves. And, I mean, honestly, I'm pretty, I'm pretty like fuck the chantry. So
Watch out for that puddle of whatever it is.
Tapsters.
Ugh, just do not buy anything, or touch anything, or sit anywhere.
Cora.
I trust Vala, stranger. You must be the Grey Warden we heard about. Welcome to Tapsters. I'm Cora, your hostess. How may I serve you?
I'd like a drink.
With 52 types of ale, 17 types of mead, and a dozen imported wines, we should be able to serve your needs. What do you have?
Some ale, like some mead, a round of your best brew for myself and all in the house. I'd like some mead.
I have an award-winning honey mead. Surface family ships it down here every month. Only 1.5 silvers a mug.
Sold.
1 honey mead coming right up. One of the legionnaires claimed he saw a ragged-looking dwarf heading west while he was patrolling the deep roads. When he tried hailing the dwarf, the fellow ran off, screaming. Well, I have other customers to see too. If you need anything else, just call me over.
Lord Helmy. Nervous adventurer.
They're everywhere. I can't take it. What? Get away. You'll change like the rest. Monsters hidden in all my friends.
What are you talking about?
They follow you. Once you are in the story, they possess your friends and follow. See? I found copies. All from the same pen and older than the ones in song. Dormant my arse. Take them. I want out. I won't disappear chasing a lie. I won't.
Unbound. 3 weathered parchments with 3 versions of the same incomplete story. Excerpt. And when his kingdom fell, so disappeared the stolen riches of an age. The beast, the unbound, dormant until one of true spirit claims his throne. So must hunt the hero of his people, the principled who would search for ancient evil. This is how they can make a real difference. Scribbled in the corner in a shaky hand. 3 pages, 3 ages, same story, updated. Same as the tavern song, but older. Signature torn on purpose, but compare and get Vilmadone. All from him. How? Okay.
Told him I don't understand why the provings aren't open to everyone. I mean, it's how the ancestors show their favor. Do they really need our help to decide who's worthy? And then he practically slapped me.
Zordon? Power Rangers. Okay. Wall carving.
I'll get on it.
The casts. Okay. Now let's go over to the Diamond Quarter. Or start making our way to the Diamond Quarter, I should say. Making my way. Nug Regular Orzammar.
I knew I should have stuck to common nugs. I've gone and lost them too. I'll never find them the way they skitter.
Common nugs. I don't like those. They look dirty.
No way I'm going back to that supplier in Dust Town. Guess I'm shutting it down.
If I see any nugs, I'll send them your way.
Good on you, stranger. Only need one to turn this around.
A lost nug. So nugs, they're basically just hairless rabbits. At least that's what they look like to me, so. I mean, hell, you can hear one of them around here.
Excuse me, do you have a moment? You look like you're not from around here.
Can I help you?
I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle?
The Circle of Magi?
I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study.
But you're a dwarf. Do you want me to ask them why wouldn't they? You're crazy. Of course, Dan, you mentioned you want to leave Orzammar. Do you want me to ask them?
That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smith Cast. Tell them I've already begun reading the Teventer Imperiums for Tikum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child?
She's so enthusiastic and adorable. I'm glad we're helping her.
Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
An unlikely scholar. Hey, Garen.
Greetings, and welcome to Garen Garrison's luxury goods shop. Wow, there are a lot of you. And I've never seen one of those before. The things they come up with. What was I saying?
Have a look at my shop, I hope. Nothing coherent. Are you all right? Have a look at my shop, I hope.
Right. Yeah, I have some lovely things here. Lyrium enhanced, of course.
He's a little off in the head because he's been around Lyrium for so long. The Rose's Thorn. Damn, look at all that. I wonder it's 148 gold. Dwarven helmet, Dwarven armor gloves, Dwarven heavy boots, Dwarven armor. Life giver. Damn. Golden mirror. Yeah, see, there's a nug. See, it's just a big hairless rabbit. Come here.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Okay. That's the way to the deep roads. They're not going to let me through until later. I'll come back with more nugs. Yeah, they don't actually appear either until you, yeah, see, that wasn't standing there earlier.
So have you heard? Morrigan and him are, you know.
Have you nothing better to do than spread idle gossip? And besides, he can probably hear us both. You're not being very discreet.
No, look, he's not even paying attention.
Maybe. You don't think that he's serious about it, do you? The woman is a vile fiend.
Well, look here. Now who's an idle gossip? Meow.
You're the one who started this, I might remind you. And I'm ending it.
Now is better than later.
Dwarven property. Come here, Nug. That's the door to the proving. The proving is literally just like how a lot of people settle their differences. They challenge each other to a proving. Yeah, it's basically like fighting to settle your differences. Alright, I will bring more nugs to you in a little bit. Council writ. Basically just talking about how the nobles argue all the time about stuff. Which they do.
So the closer you live to the surface, the higher class you are. Unless you're actually on the surface.
Pretty much.
News of the hour. Is Lord Balin considering a dissolution of the ancient clans? He refuses to comment in the assembly.
Diamond Mall. Man. Wall carving. That's a Dukin.
Lord Harrowmont, said to have kicked Castless in the street. Does he respect none beneath his station?
Oh my god. I believe that's the Chamber of the Assembly. And I want to say one of those other doors is the Chamber of the Shaperate. Do 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 do.
For such a short people, they do rather like their buildings tall.
Royal Palace, Chamber Assembly, the Shaperate. Yeah, I knew the Shaper was over here. Yeah. Shaperate.
Now.
This is where they keep all their history and stuff in the stone.
Thief! Who would dare take from the memories? Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shaperate. What have we been reduced to?
Did you get a look at him?
I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost like he took pride in being castless. Imagine. He's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dust Town. They couldn't know the value.
I'll get on it.
Legion of Steel, Orta.
Oh, pardon me. Were you looking for a particular volume? Not that I could really help. I don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research.
What kind of research?
I was looking for something about the Orton Tig. It was lost during the last Blight, and there aren't many records left. They were a noble house once, descended from the Paragon Orton, who composed the grand epic of the Seven Brothers and the Ortonic Symphony. My mother's family believes they were descended from Kalana Orton, who was training in Orzammar when the Tig fell. I'm even named for the house, Orta. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads.
I'm a Grey Warden. I'm not afraid of the deep roads.
A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find the Tig, it was the Wardens. I hear Prince Balin and Lord Harrowmont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig in any records, that could do it. That could prove I'm a noble. If you could. Maybe now that you're looking. It's almost too much to hope.
Got it.
Look at all the books. Get a lot of XP.
Can I get you a ladder so you can
So I
get
can
off my back?
Learn about all this backwards culture and how they're never going to get anywhere unless they change for the better. The wall of memories. Song about a nug. Gloves of Diligent, the search for the true prophet. In the search for the true prophet, this tattered tome explores the possibility that Andraste was a powerful mage and not the Maker's Chosen. It seems this book was saved from a fire at some point. Think Wynn would like that? I'm not sure. I mean, I know that she's all about the church and the circle and stuff. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm going to go in and listen to the Deschers argue about nothing. Yes, the closer you live to the surface, the higher up on the status you are, unless you are on the surface, in which case you are garbage.
The assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
All right, all right.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the service trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deschers, lords and ladies of the assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace.
Enough. The assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions.
You guys suck at politics.
Stone-forsaken fools and dusters. I'm sorry. This is the assembly of the clans. Only Deschers and occasional guests of state are allowed in.
Don't recognize a Grey Warden?
Forgive me. I am so exhausted. I completely forgot about the message from the gate guard. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne.
Blight is coming. Is there any way I can break this stalemate? Who has the authority to aid me?
I must admit,
I can break
I
this
am at a
down.
loss myself. It lies with Prince Balin or Lord Harrowmont, and they are slow to trust anyone in these uncertain times. Dulin Ferender, Harrowmont's man, can be found at the Harrowmont estate. Vartag Gavorn, Prince Balin's second, is often here in the assembly. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
So he basically told me, shit, I already know. Hey, look, Vartag.
Warden, welcome. It is always a blessing for Orzammar to host your order. I am Vartag Gavorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring?
I need aid against the Blight. You know who I am. These treaties obliges Orzammar to send troops to the surface. Who is Prince Balin? I have nothing to say to you. I need aid against the Blight.
Yes, the treaty. I've seen it in the Shaper's libraries. Now, the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right now.
Can I talk to Balin?
You must understand, Harrimont hides behind his good reputation while sending spies and assassins. Balin can't know who to trust. It's been like a knife in the heart for Balin to see so many of his father's men stand with the usurper.
I promise I am no spy. Knife in the heart. Balin's the only son who still lives. What must I do to prove my good intentions?
Harrimont has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Harrimont's deception, I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude.
What kind of evidence?
Harrimont promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers, Lady Dace and Lord Helmy. Harrimont can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after the vote is cast. I have copies of the promissory notes Harrimont gave each of them. Once they see those, they should both reconsider their votes.
Where did you get the promissory notes?
That's not important. If they ask, say you found them while searching the Shaper's libraries for your tree.
Isn't there someone you can report him to?
Normally, the Shapers would handle this sort of accusation. They are the scholars who manage our laws, histories, and genealogies. They are the final arbiters of all disputes in Orzammar. Unfortunately, the Shaper of Memories is the most important among them, and his grandfather was Lord Harrimont's aunt's first cousin. Obviously, we cannot expect him to offer an unbiased opinion.
He'd hold a distant relative over his duty?
I guess I can't expect you surfacers to understand the importance of family in Orzammar. The Shaper is biased, and if you want Prince Balin's help, you'll have to show where your loyalties lie. Will you do it?
Okay, so anybody playing this for the first time there is no way to remain neutral. You have to pick a side. And both sides are dirty. Like, basically, you just pick one, and whichever one you like better. Both sides are going to have you do questionable things. Both sides are going to have you do dirty things. Both sides are going to have you smear the other one. Both sides are going to tell you to lie. Both sides, like, there is no good or bad side. Basically, you'll have to find out if your decision was a good one based on the ending you get after you've already made your decision. I'm not going to color. I don't want to color anybody's opinion. I don't want to color anybody's choices or anything. But I have done both. And my personal preference is Balin's outcome. I'm not going to tell you why for now, because I do plan on finishing this series. So you will find out at the end of the series why I choose Balin. I'll find Lady Dace and Lord Helmy right now.
Lady Dace doesn't leave the quarter much, but Lord Helmy's adventurous, likes to spend his time at Tapster's in the Commons. Remember, don't tell them you got these papers from me. You learned of them and drew your own conclusions.
Yeah, see, it's that kind of thing makes you go, hoo, this isn't right. Because, yeah, if they knew that you got them, or you gave them to me, then, hey, Doolin.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Doolin Forrender, second to Lord Harrimont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help.
I am busy right now. We can talk later.
If you like.
Basically, that's your, like, chance to take the Harrimon's side if they, you
News of the hour.
don't
Two
go
more
there.
clans endorsed Lord Balin as the new...
Hey, Lady Dace. Yeah, that's basically your
What do you
chance
want?
to...
Ah, I suppose you're the Grey Warden everyone's talking about.
That's your chance to just side with Harrowmont should you not or did not see that guy earlier, and you know you can talk to him then and change your mind. You might want to look at these papers.
Well, this isn't exactly a surface broadsheet. Where did you get these? Never mind. It is true enough, but there's nothing I can do about it. This deal was made on behalf of our entire house. Only my father can revoke it.
Where is he? I'll bring these to him.
He is leading a deep roads expedition, trying to secure an ancient thaig. It's unlikely he'll be back before the election, but perhaps this vote is important enough for you to brave the tunnels to tell him? The Dace family would be in your debt.
How would I know where to find your father?
He was searching an old Idukan site. He left me with this map, in case his expedition never returned. I'll give you a pass as well. Usually, no one is allowed past the front lines. Does that mean you'll go?
Yes, I'll leave right now.
So Balin's victory means enough for you to risk your life. How interesting.
And now I can go to the deep roads.
News of the hour. Questions remain as to Lord Balin's involvement in King Endrin's death. Possibility of patricide scandal shocking.
It'll be 2 years tomorrow. By all the holy sodding ancestors, how can you people just ignore that?
Branka didn't go alone, Ogren. She took the whole house, everybody but you. So just get over to Tapster's and drown yourself already. You know as well as I do that's how this always ends.
You think I'm afraid of some cub warrior who's barely off the teat? Ha! I'll...
You lift a weapon or attack a single citizen in Orzammar, and you're stripped of your caste and exiled. Even you can't have forgotten that. Get out of here before I call a guardsman. Can you believe it? Ogren's barely even warrior caste anymore, and he just clomps in here like he's entitled.
I should leave before you start complaining about me too. Who are you? Who's Ogren?
Ogren's a drunken wretch. He comes up here 2-3 times a week, hounding people to lead some suicidal rescue mission after Branka. Gets quite violent about it. I'd be scared if they hadn't practically gelded him after he killed young Lord Mino.
What do you mean, gelded him?
Well, he killed Lord Mino's youngest son in a duel to first blood. It was a huge scandal. Ogren should have been executed, but he'd won honors in the deep roads. Instead, they stripped him of all weapons and forbid him from engaging in fights within city limits. If he breaks the decree, he'll be exiled.
Why does Ogren care so much about Branka?
She's still his wife, isn't she? Even if she took their entire house into the deep roads and abandoned him.
I should get going.
If you see any guardsmen, tell them Ogren was at it again.
Ogren was at it again, guys. It was like Firestone Froststrike when used to create bombs that offer protection from various forms of elemental magics. Here you go.
Go on, I'm out of the nug game. Got nothing to sell.
Got a nug for you.
Saraka, I'm back in the game. Such as it is. I don't have much besides gratitude, but find a bunch more of these and I'll toss you whatever I found.
12 silver.
So, I've been hearing rumors that a certain wine merchant is falling behind on his payments.
I can't imagine what you mean. I paid my expenses.
What about the expenses your good friend Jarvia incurs when providing your protection? It's not easy ensuring nothing bad happens.
that no one decides to just burn everything in your store.
My store! Please, I don't have much. Business isn't good. People are scared. Tell Jarvie I'll get her money.
Jarvie is not happy with your promises, old man. Now let's go inside and see what you've been holding back.
See, 3 guys came in, but now there's 5 guys in here.
This is all I have right now. I could get more if I sell something.
Well, well, looks like we have a visitor. Friend of yours?
Is there a problem here, friend? Are these men threatening you?
Please, don't get involved with this. You don't know what they're like.
Then allow me
Oh, I
to
know
make some
thugs when I see 'em.
introductions. These are dangerous times in Orzammar, stranger. Lucky us, the merciful Jarvia is offering protection from the chaos.
Oh man,
You're
really?
wearing some fancy stuff there. Might make you a target. So if you want the Carta's guarantee of safety, it's yours for the reasonable price of 10 gold sovereigns. Or I can't say what might happen.
Take a good look. Do you really want this? The Carta, that sounded like a threat.
Are you going to make your donation to the Stranger Safety Fund? Or do I have to show you how dangerous Orzammar is?
Show me.
Whatever you say, dead man.
Get you a ladder so you can get off my back. Right, all right. Now, better than later.
Oh, wait, no, wrong, sorry.
You should run while you can.
All right.
You got no mercy from me.
All right, all right.
Let's see some blood.
I am your death. Let's end this.
Let's see what you're made of.
We are victorious again.
I'm wearing down. What have you done? Great ancestors, he's dead. In my store. I have to get out of here. I have to hide. Jarvia will hunt me down for this.
What do you know about this Jarvia?
I've never met her, of course. They say she never leaves Dusttown. That's the older area of the city where the casteless congregate. She's the one directing this depravity. Since good King Endrin died, they're getting bolder. I wouldn't be surprised if her men come after me in the Diamond Quarter itself.
What do you know about her Carta?
A band of casteless thugs. They're to blame for all the crime in Orzammar these days. They're criminals, and the children of criminals. The ancestors themselves declared them irredeemable.
So the Carta, they're basically like the Dwarven Mafia. And I really don't care about the Dwarven Mafia. Castivite is deep indeed.
These casteless, they're all the same. Beggars, thugs, and murderers, everyone. Actually, we shouldn't be talking here. I need to run.
All right, all right.
Hey, look, a signpost. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Dude. Hey, look, another nug. Come here, boy. Come here. Oh, look, another nug. Come here, you. Yeah, I'm just not even gonna talk to... Not even gonna talk to that guy.
All right.
My Lord Helmy.
Lord Dennick Helmy, honored Desher of the Orzammar Assembly, and terrible disappointment to my esteemed mother, who doesn't like me spending time in taverns. You understand what I'm saying, right? On the surface, there are no castes, and it works fine. Am I right, Warden?
You know me, world travels fast, a controversial opinion for a dwarf of the Assembly. Things are hardly equal on the surface. Controversial opinion for a dwarf on the Assembly.
Very good. I guess someone already told you I was good for nothing, drinking my life away at tapsters. Or did they leave off at greatest shame to ever fall upon the Assembly? I've always liked that one. You know, most smiths and tavern keeps would make decent deshers if we gave them a chance and a seat in the Assembly. Orzammar is so mired in tradition, no one bothers asking if the castes are even necessary.
They have news. Harrowmont is double-dealing you and Lady Dace.
Oh, well, I'd ask for proof, or why you care, but frankly, I'm so tired of it I'm not even surprised anymore. I don't even want the land, but my house would kill me if I turned it down. Responsibilities, you know. Now I'll have to go through the whole process of rejecting the deal. And we'll both have to try something else. And I thought it was going to be a nice day.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
You're just doing what you think is right. I'll have to inform Mother that Lord Harrowmont hasn't bought our vote after all.
Yeah, I feel dirty. Okay. Go over to Dust Town, where the castless dwarves live. You know, all the homeless, stupid, born into poverty dwarves live. You know, because they were born that way and they deserve it. Oh. I crashed. Wow. Okay. First time in a long time that's happened. Oh, it was doing so well too. Oh, let's see how far away it screwed me here. Not working for further.
Why do the poor not rise up against their betters? This I never understood.
Sorry about that. It actually didn't screw me over at all. I'm right where I crashed. So let's save. Save. Oh wait, real quick, I need to do another thing that I forgot about. One more. All right. Well, here I am, back where I crashed. Hopefully this doesn't become a thing.
There's a...
Okay.
A rich one.
I'll
We'll
get on it.
plenty for their kin once we cut them out of it.
All right.
Begin the onslaught. Enough!
Got it. I'll get on it.
You're dead. Come on.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
You're not going anywhere now, bitch.
It is done.
That's a lot of blood.
Yeah, so. Alrighty then. So. I'm gonna need more strength soon. Let's do Constitution. Alright. I definitely need to put expert combat training now. I can't put it off any longer. Dual weapon expert. Gain a bonus to critical chance as well as possibility with each hit to inflict bleeding, lacerations that continue to damage the target over time. Let's go with that. Studded leather armor, hardened. The castless. The caste system in Orzammar includes many groups of privilege, the nobility and the warriors above all others, but to a lesser degree the merchants and the smiths and the miners. Tradition establishes a clear hierarchy, but as in any culture with an upper class there is also a clear underclass. These unfortunates, the so-called casteless, are believed to be descendants of criminals and other undesirables. They have been looked down upon since Orzammar's foundation. They have taken up residence in a place called Dust Town, a crumbling ruin on the fringe of Orzammar's common areas. Orzammar society considers these castles lower than even the servant caste. Indeed, the casteless are not allowed to become servants, as it is too honorable a position. They are seen as little better than animals, their faces branded at birth to mark them as the bastard children of the kingdom. Their home district, little more than a slum, is a haven for crime, organized and otherwise. Orzammar's guards seemingly cannot be bothered to patrol its streets. The best that most castless dwarves can hope for is a life at the whim of a local crime lord, ended abruptly by violence or an overabundance of toxic lichen ale. Even so, there is some hope for the castless, a dangling rope that offers a way up into greater Orzammar society. Since a dwarf's caste is determined by the parent of the same sex, the male child of a nobleman is part of that noble's house and caste. Strangely, it is acceptable for casteless women to train in the arts of courtly romance to woo nobles and warriors. They are known as noble hunters. Any male born from such a union is considered a joyous event, considering the low rate of dwarven fertility. The mother and entire family are then taken in by the father's house, although they retain their caste. The dwarves we know on the surface are also considered casteless once they leave Orzammar, although this is only relevant to those who return, if they are allowed to return at all. Dwarves who leave for the surface, the sun-touched as they are often called behind their backs, lose their connection to the stone and the favor of the ancestors, and thus are worthy of little more than pity, for upon dying they are said to be lost to the stone forever. Put that way, it seems a sad existence indeed. That's how bass-ackwards their culture is. He wants me to smuggle lyrium for him, and I'm not going to do that, so I'm not even going to bother talking to him.
What do you want, Warden? You're out of your element down here.
Looking for a thief who dares steal from the Shaper.
Is that so? What makes you think anyone here would turn me, this person in? You've walked into a sodding fight, Warden, and I've already passed your stupid tome along. Too bad for you.
Now, better than later.
Defend yourself!
Bitch. Proving receipt. Assembly directive. More on dwarven property. Beggars. Zerlinda.
Spare a bit for the needy? Have you a coin to spare, my lord? It's for my son. He's sick. He hasn't any clean clothes to wear or anything to eat today. Neither have I.
Here's 5 silvers. Buy yourself a meal.
that a stranger would care so much when my own family barred me from their halls unless I'm willing to. But no, I can't bear to even think of it.
What does your family want you to do?
My son's father is casteless, as is he. I used to be a minor, but my parents stripped my caste and refused to accept me back. Unless I agree to abandon the child in the deep roads and pretend I never bore him.
Yeah, I could reason with your family. That's horrible. If you're a minor, why would your son be castless? Isn't there any other solution? That does sound like the best option, I'm afraid. That's horrible.
I cannot abandon my baby. The Shapers teach that only children of true lineage exist, not those born casteless. But they never carried a child. He cries like any other infant, and smiles when he's warm and full. I can't kill him because of an accident of birth, an accident I forced on him.
Yeah, I could reason with your family.
You would do that? But why?
Don't look a gift warden in the mouth.
Then I cannot offer enough gratitude. But I warn you, my father is a stiff-necked man. His name is Ordell, and he's usually at Tapster's in the evening. I do not think he will listen to you. But I will wait anxiously to see if you can do what you promise.
Linda's woe. Beggars. Slum houses. Okay. Now come over here to Alamar's Emporium. Alamar?
What are you looking for? We got nothing to buy for the likes of you. Or maybe you wanted to sell.
Let me see your wares.
Of course.
Ash Warrior Axe, Crow Dagger, Diamond Mace. Don't have anything special there. Backhands. Critical backstab damage. Okay. Dusters. Imperial Gloves. Efforts Boots. Yeah, you don't have much I want either. Yeah, nobody really has any good stuff. Hey, look, Tapsters. Hey, look, Ordell. Hi, Ordell.
What are you looking at, stranger?
Met your daughter. Are you Ordell? What kind of monster throws this child out on the street? Nothing, just here for a drink. Are you Ordell?
I could be. What business is it of yours?
If you don't take Zarlinda back, she'll die.
What? You think she'd die just to keep that thing? She knows what she has to do to come home. I never wanted her gone. Just the little cur. Can't she see she'd have a better life if she got rid of it?
He's a baby, not a cur, and she loves him. Could you pretend your child never existed? Women are crazy like that, but what can you do? Can you pretend your child never existed?
I've been trying. It's not as easy as I thought. Look, just tell her... We never meant to hurt her. It just seemed best that... Oh, just tell her to come home. Her mother and I are waiting for her.
And then, boop! He pops out of existence. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back? Okay, let's save right here, just in case I hit another crash.
Got it.
See, part of the guaranteed fix for the base game stuff, which this is base game stuff, I'm surprised I crashed, is you got to make some changes to your settings, and then you have to run it on, for some reason they tell you have to run it on super low detail. I have it on medium detail, and I'm doing it just fine. I had one crash in like 4, 5, 6 streams now.
You're back. I thought you weren't coming. What did he say?
Your father wants you both to come home.
Both of us? I don't believe he said that. I've never heard him refer to my son as anything but trash. He calls him it. But maybe Mother convinced him. Or you did. Oh, my friend. I cannot thank you enough. If this were a story, my son would grow to manhood and pledge himself as a knight in your service. When he grows up, I will send him to you. I promise.
So I just got a squire. You know, for later, I guess. Okay. And now, I have another nug to give. And I need to start heading into the deep roads. Because from the deep roads, the darkspawn drove at us. Again and again. Hi, here you
You're
go.
the best wrangler I've ever seen, but there's more out there. You're the best wrangler I've ever seen, but there's more out there. You're the best wrangler I've ever seen, but there's more out there. You're the best wrangler I've ever seen.
It's 12 silver
but
per.
there's more out there. I trust Vala, my nug wrangling friend.
Well, if I find more, I'll let you know.
What's this? A human? Did we make these tunnels tall enough for humans? I'm sorry, but I cannot allow you past the front lines without Adesha's permission. And I've heard nothing of any new patrols scheduled to leave today.
What I'm doing here is none of your business. I'm on business for Balin. I have to find Lord Dace. I'm looking for Lord Dace's patrol.
I see you have his daughter's seal, so I will not stop you. But be careful. Just because the beasts have pulled back from Orzammar doesn't mean there are any fewer in the deep roads. Either we finally have the edge, which I doubt, or the beasts are building up numbers for the next attack.
Actually, they made their move on the surface.
The surface? But I thought the vermin never went up that far except
during blights. Ancestors save us if that's what's happening.
I should go.
Best of luck.
Yeah, it's a blight, dude. That's why the Grey Warden's here. Ah, shit. Morgan leveled up from me reading something. Penalties. There you go. Alright. The deep roads. So this is a whole nother map for me to explore because yes, you eventually make your way all the way through this map. But right now, I'm just looking for the Idukan Tide. So that I could find Lord Dace. I think you very rarely get random encounters when you're moving through the Deep Roads map. But yes, this is what the Deep Roads look like. It's all like carved out of the stone and everything. It looks really cool. That's a way that I would be able to go if that wasn't blocked off. What the creators of Dragon Age Origins did is they took a lot of the same assets and maps and they like made new maps by like closing off certain areas and opening up other ones and things like that. So yeah, later on I'm going to be going down the road. I'm going to be standing at this road and you're going to see a same ramp, only all of this isn't going to be there and I'm going to be able to run through that at some point. you know, the main road's blocked off, so of course I have to go through a side passage, which is this one right here. And the deep roads are supposed to be like an underground maze, which is why it's so hard for them to map it and everything, and they're rediscovering taigs and things like that. It's because the deep roads have basically like collapsed in on themselves, have moved around, you know, things have moved around, new tunnels were made, the Darkspawn like dig trying to find the dragons of the Tevinter Imperium, which is what an old god is. It's a dragon, like plain and simple. Genlock Emissary.
Toss me and you shall pay! Watch it hurt! I need help!
So I need this. She needs this.
You forced our hand!
Let's grab some glory! I love how desperate you are. You're pathetic!
Come on. Why am I missing so much? I'm literally hitting you from behind.
Rip you apart! It's a good place to die!
Injured? As in me? As in now?
Now's better than later.
Ow!
Got it.
Yeah, Darkspawn stuff, like you'll see this kind of stuff all over the place. And they decided to block off a dangerous passage that was full of lava, so they're actually, they got a little bit of smarts in them, I guess. Flawed nature crystal. I only have about 4 minutes left. So I'm going to get to the point where I'm about to find this guy, and then I will call it there. Which actually, I believe... Yeah, you can see them in the distance. I believe this is the area where I actually am going to find the guy. So I will go ahead and call it there. Next stream for the... Hi there, Goddess Aurora. Thank you for viewing. But a little late, I'm about to log off. Yeah, I know. I usually call it at about 4 minutes, but I mean, 4 minutes isn't enough for me to do much. But if you're interested, the next stream I'm going to be doing is going to be Monday, 5:30 to 8:30 Pacific time. I'm going to continue this game. So hopefully you can join me for that. But in the meantime, I have to log off. I got to go get ready for my D&D game tonight. So yeah, hopefully you'll join me for that. This has been the Game Forge, and this has been Forge Master N. I'm signing off. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Hello, and thank you for watching my video. Remember to subscribe to my channel and like the video if you enjoy my content. It really helps me out. Also, if you want to catch my playthroughs live, you can check me out over at Twitch. Link in the description.